Even people like King David, Solomon, Joseph the Dreamer, Job, men who were biblically prestigious. King David's focus was not becoming king. It was working hard tending to the sheep. Joseph was a dreamer, but his focus was not working hard so that one day he could rule over his brothers. Job was a rich man, but his focus was never obtaining earthly possessions. These are all things that God allowed to happen to these particular men for his own glory. But us as Christians today, within music, within fashion, podcasting, books, poetry, and all other kind of forms of art, we act like God needs us because we pursue a platform more than we pursue him. But these are our own goals. These are not God's desires. We're trying to turn God into a career or a business plan. There is absolutely too many Christians who just do not want to work a regular job, who have turned the name of Jesus into an opportunity for them to have an easier and more well-off life. We talk about false teachers and false prophets, but we don't realize that we are the branches, the extensions of false teaching, because we've taken in everything that false teachers have taught us, and we've turned godliness into a form of gain. There is literally Christian podcasters among us charging VIP tickets for meet and greets. There is literally Christian music artists among us who are trying to tell people a business plan to make 6 figures off of the name of Jesus. American Christianity has been so deeply compromised. Whenever you try to make a career out of God or off of the name of Jesus, there will always be a need to compromise because your life or your income is dependent upon whatever you're trying to selling. So now we're turning God's people into merchandise. We're trying to sell merchandise. We're becoming Christian marketers. We're becoming Christian brand ambassadors. This is why we're living in a time where we're seeing so many Christian artists remix secular songs. It's self-promotion. And it is actually doing so much damage to the name of Jesus because non-believers and onlookers don't see the gospel. They don't hear the gospel. They see someone who is calling themselves a Christian trying to make a business opportunity for themselves. And to anyone who is doing this, maybe you don't really realize that your heart and your faith has been compromised because internally you're trying to make money and live off of whatever you're trying to do for God, just trying to make sure you have the necessary resources, but you're trying to remain true to who you know he is. But Jesus already warned us that we cannot try to serve 2 masters. This is why ministry and money does not mix well.